What's up, BookTube? How are you doing today? It is Monday, the day after Easter, and last week I got a lot of books. Yeah, I think that's kind of an understatement. I went to an estate sale. I went to my little bookstore. I went to thrift stores. I don't buy these books retail. There's no way. I don't have $25 to spend on multiple books. So a lot of these I get for $1, 50 cents, a quarter. Um, I have a very limited budget, very limited. So I am constantly looking for the bargains. First, I want to say a big thank you to A Stranger Dream. She had a drawing, and I was one of the winners. And I won this beautiful bookmark here. See that? Jack Nicholson's face coming through the door saying, "Here's Johnny." I was really excited that I won. I was really excited, because I feel like I never win anything, and I think these are awesome. And so I have never purchased one of her bookmarks. I actually didn't discover her until like maybe a couple of weeks ago. And I'm really excited I won this. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It will be well loved and used. I can't wait to use it. So thank you. Um, okay, so let's get started. You might need a drink. You might need a cup of coffee because I got a lot of books. So anyways, let's get started. Oh, sorry. My eye is watering. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Okay. I'm okay. It's just this eye just like bugging me all of a sudden. Of course, right when I start filming. Okay, so, and my dog wants to get up here. This is Alfalfa. He's my little Cujo. He's my little Cujo. He might look cute and sweet, but you try to touch him and he's gonna bite you. Yeah. So, anyways, so, let me put him down. Come on, go on. So, let me get started. Okay. The first book, I absolutely love this book. It's Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I read this, oh gosh, maybe 18 years ago the first time. And I don't know what happened to the copy that I used to have, but they had this at the bookstore, and I got really excited. And I actually have never seen this copy. Unfortunately, it's ripped right here, but how much was it? I think it was, I erased I think this one was $1, which for me is kind of a lot, the fact that it's ripped, but I don't know if it's because it's a rare copy. But I just absolutely love this book. If you've never read this book, I highly recommend it. I just love Maya Angelou. Yeah, so got this because I definitely want to reread this. So got that. The next book is, oh God, what is wrong with my eye? Sorry. The next book is by Matthew Lewis, and it is The Monk. I've never read this. This was a book recommendation. Chris at the bookstore, the little bookstore that I frequently go to, he recommended this to me. He said it's a story about a monk, and pretty much in the end, he meets the devil. And I thought that sounded thrilling. I love anything. I love the macabre. I love horror. I love anything scary. I love like ghost stories and all that. That's my thing. I read everything, but that's like my favorite. I don't know why, but I just do. So I got this, The Monk. And this one, oh gosh, I think this one was 50 cents. I think. I erased it, so I'm not really sure. This one is by Mary Downing Hahn, Wait Till Helen Comes, a ghost story. I'm pretty sure this is for, like, children. But if it's a good story, then I don't care. There's a lot of, to me, there's a lot of stories that are for kids that are really, like, spooky. And I want to read it. So I got that. This I got at Savers. And it was, no wait, did I get this at Savers? No, I got this at the little bookstore. It was $1. The used bookstore I got this at. Yeah, I have a couple other of her books, but I didn't have this one yet. So, yeah, got that. The next one, this one I did get at Savers. The Haunting of Hill House, Shirley Jackson. I know this is a fan favorite. I've actually been looking for, what's the other book that I've been looking for of hers? I have, let me tell you, and I know this was on my list. Why can't I think of it? There's another Shirley Jackson. We've Always Lived in the Castle. I've been looking for that book. You would think I would remember it, right? My memory's horrible. But yeah, I've been looking for that book like crazy. So in the midst of me looking for that, I found this, which I didn't have yet. So I was happy to find that. The next book is, this one I did get at an estate sale. I went to an estate sale twice, actually the same estate sale. This week I went the first day, and then I went the last day. But this is one of the books that I did get on the first day, and they were, each of the paperbacks were 50 cents. So I got a really good deal on these books. And most of them are in really excellent condition. So the first one is March by Geraldine Brooks. Let's see. Filled with the ache of love and marriage, and with the power of war upon the mind and heart of one unforgettable man. So I know it's set in the Civil War time, and I'm assuming it's some kind of tragic love story. I don't like to read too much onto it. I look at it to see if it looks like something that I would like, and then if it does, then I grab it. I just don't want to be too aware of what's happening in the story. So, but that was that, and this was 50 cents. If you don't go to estate sales, go to estate sales. I do little live videos on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me, you might want to follow me on Instagram, because I do my little videos I do while I'm driving. And Matt from Paperback Junkie actually said that he thinks those are really funny. He likes to watch those because he thinks I'm funny. I have a potty mouth, so if you do watch them, I curse. So be warned. But yeah, got that. That was 50 cents, and it's really a beautiful condition. I mean, it's a really nice book. The next one, this I also got from the estate sale. The Dove Keepers by Alice Hoffman. This was also 50 cents. I'm telling you, people, go to your estate sales. You can go, there's an app called estatesales.net, and you can download that. And all you do is put in your zip code, and then it tells you all the estate sales in your area. And the estate sales also provide pictures, so you can, you can look ahead of time to see what they're going to have there. And you'll see whether or not they're going to have books. But these people that went to this estate sale, they had a shit ton of books. Like, they had a crazy amount of books. Like, in every single room, there were, like, books. But anyways, so The Dove Keepers by Alice Hoffman. Yeah, I thought that was, there's nothing, there's just some blurbs there. But yeah, got that. And my stack is falling over here. I don't want them to bend. Okay, the next book, this one has been on my wish list for a while now. Frederick Bachman, A Man Called Ove. I know this is a very popular read, and this has been on my wish list for about a year and a half, I think. Now, I know a lot of people, they're probably like, why would you wait if you want it? Because I'm waiting to find it for a cheap price. I don't have a lot of money, and so I'm always looking for rock bottom prices, and this was 50 cents. So I'm not going to find it any cheaper than that, especially the condition it's in. I don't even think it was read. Like, the spine isn't even cracked. So I was so excited. There was 2 books I actually found that I was like so excited because they've been on my wish list for a while. And anytime I go anywhere, I'm like looking for these. So found that. Exciting. The next one is 1,000 Splendid Suns. Khalid Hosseini? I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. Also the author of The Kite Runner, which, you know what? I believe they had a copy of The Kite Runner there. This was from the estate sale, and I thought it was the same book because the covers looked so similar that I thought, oh, and I thought about it, and I go, you know what? I think it was a copy of The Kite Runner that I didn't grab, so I was kind of bummed about that. But I did get this. It's in beautiful condition again. Yeah, 50 cents. Go to your estate sales. 50 cents, people. I was really, originally, what, $16? This looks like from Barnes & Noble, so, yeah. The next book I got from the estate sale is State of Wonder by Ann Patchett. What does it say about this book? Deckled pages. Oh, this one? Is this from the estate sale? Yeah, I think this is from the estate sale, but funny enough, I was talking to Chris at the bookstore. I saw a lot of their books at the estate sale that they bought from the used bookstore. So it's funny, they'll have the little marks that I recognize from the bookstore, but it's actually, I bought it from the estate sales. It's funny. They paid $2 for this. I paid 50 cents for it. Yeah. It says, in a narrative, there's sirens, and there go my dogs. Sorry, you guys. Okay! They go nuts. They go bananas every time they hear certain sirens. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Enough. Jesus. Okay, so, what I was gonna say was, read a little bit of, it says, in a narrative replete with poison arrows, devouring snakes, scientific miracles, and spiritual transformations, State of Wonder presents a world of stunning surprise and danger, rich in emotional renaissance and moral complexity. Okay, I don't know what the story's about from that, but I really love the cover too. Do you ever just like, you have to get it because like the cover is just, it's such a pretty cover. I'm hoping it's a good read. The next book I did get from the estate sale is Agatha Christie, The Monogram Murders. I mean, these books are in like such amazing condition. I really feel like they didn't read these copies. I'm telling you, they had thousands of books there. It's amazing that I only walked away with this amount. I've been buying a lot of Agatha Christie lately too. I was thrilled to see Hercule Poirot in such very, very good hands. Gillian Flynn. So Agatha Christie, The Monogram Murders, Sophie Hannah. So does that mean she's a ghostwriter? Tell me. Sorry, I'm ignorant. Yeah. So I got that. We'll see. The next is, this is also from the estate sale. The Stranger by Albert, is it Camus? Camus? I'm not sure if you pronounce the S. But a beautiful copy. Yeah. Now in an illuminating new American translation extraordinary for its executed and clarity. The original intent of The Stranger is made more immediate. The haunting novel has been given a new life for generations to come. Again, I don't think it's been read. Very nice copy. 50 cents. 50 cents. Okay. Songs for the Missing by Stuart Onan. It's a Penguin copy. And again, I don't think it's been read. 50 cents. Originally $15. Onan is on a kind of mission to restore a simple, true sense of humanity to the novel. It says, it was a summer of her chevet of JP and letting her hair grow. Okay. The next one, I believe I got this one for $25. This was from the estate sale. This was on the Friday when I went back. That's the thing about estate sales. They'll be cheap, but on the very last day, they're trying to just get rid of stuff. And so they'll be even cheaper. So like the books were just $25, the paperbacks. And I did a little video. There was a man there. I think he was a bookseller, and he was just boxing up all the books. But I just literally grabbed like books and walked away. Like I told him, oh, I'd like to get some books too. And he was a dick, and he was like, good for you. And I told him he was rude. But anyways, so I wasn't able to grab that many books. I didn't want to deal with, you know, getting in some kind of altercation with this person. And so I just grabbed what I could, and I just went to another room. But anyways, I found this, Huckleberry Finn. I don't remember the story. It's very, very vague. I know we read this in school, but it's really vague. So I saw this copy and thought, why not read it again and remember? And yeah, it's a really beautiful copy too. It is in amazing condition, and I got this for $25. Okay. Sorry, I know there's a lot of books, but there's just a lot of books. This I found at Savers. This is Jay Anson's The Amityville Horror, a true story. Of course, everybody knows this story and the movie. I've never read the book, but I saw it on the shelf, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to read that. I gotta get this. I love the flies on the cover. I love that. Yeah. So I got that. I don't know. I hope I don't have nightmares reading that. I'm pretty superstitious, so I kind of get a little bit like weirded out. I've been getting a lot of books on things like that, and I get a little superstitious, like, oh, you know, a little scared. Okay. The next book I found at Goodwill, and this is Frank Peretti, The Oath. And this is actually in really great condition too. I don't even think this has been read. There's no crack on the spine. So, yeah. An ancient sin, an ancient oath, a town with a deadly secret. See, I love when it's just like that, you know, just short and sweet, like to the point. It doesn't really give anything away, but you have an idea of like what it's about. I like that. So, there we go. Got that. You see The spooky eyes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. The next one was from the estate sale, and this has been on my wish list, and I have been looking for this book too, like crazy. And at first I didn't even realize it was, because the cover looks different than, I have it on my Goodreads wish list, and the cover is different. I looked at it and I read the title, and then it didn't click until I read the author, and then I was like, oh my gosh, hello. So, The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Yeah, I have been looking for this book like crazy. And again, it doesn't seem like this has been read. It's so clean. It even still had the label on the front, the Barnes & Noble, like the, what is it, the 3 for 2 or something like that. But yeah, I have been looking for this book like a mad woman. Every time I go, I'm just like, there's certain books that I'm just always looking for. And once I had it in my hand, I was like, oh my gosh, like I could not believe it. I was like, I wanted to smack myself, because I was like, hello, how can you not realize this is the book that you've been like looking for like crazy? But I found it, and I only paid 50 cents. 50 cents. 50 cents. I can't believe 50 cents. Okay. There's still a lot more. Okay. So, I have been wanting to collect the scary stories by Alvin Schwartz. I know there's three books, and of course I don't want to pay that much for them, but at the little bookstore, I brought him a copy that I did find, and it was in like horrible condition, and I was like, oh, can you put some aside for me? And we were talking about it, and then not even like 2 minutes later, Dominic, he's the guy that sorts the books there, he threw this and was like, hey, look at this. And so at least I have one of them, and it's in really nice condition. It's a little bit bent right here, but you know, once I set a ton of books on top, then it'll flatten out. But yeah, I love the scary artwork in there. Yeah, I just love that. And I thought I could like have these and like have a little night where, especially during Halloween time, like turn on the lights and like read these to my kids. I loved it when like when I was a kid and like someone would read like a scary story in the dark, like my uncle would do that. And I just thought it was so much fun. So I thought, like, you know what, I need to do that with my kids. And why not, you know, have these, or us taking turns reading like from this book. I just thought it would be so fun, but I need the other two. But found that. I think that was $1. And then another book I've been looking for is The Color Purple. I don't have a copy of that. But I don't know his name there. It was a gentleman at the bookstore. He found this for me. So this is By the Light of My Father's Smile by Alice Walker. And it's a really beautiful copy. This was only $1. And this doesn't even look like it's been read. It's in really beautiful condition. But yeah, got that. But I've been seeing a lot of beautiful copies of The Color Purple, and I really, really want to find them. So, okay, and now I have some smaller paperbacks, some horror, some scary stuff. This is I Will Fear No Evil by Robert A. Henlin. This says first time in paperback, and this is a really nice copy. I don't know. I don't think it's been read. It looks like maybe they opened it up a couple of times, but it doesn't really look like it's been read. What I thought is so funny in here is, like, look, they have these like old ads inside the book. I thought it was really funny. It says Johann Sebastian Bach Smith was immensely rich and very old. His mind was keen, but his body was worn out. So surgeons transplanted his brain into a new body. The operation was a great success, but the patient was no longer Johann Sebastian Bach Smith. He was now fused with the very vocal personality of his gorgeous secretary, Eunice, with mind-blowing results. Wasn't that the plot for Get Out? Huh. Isn't that exactly like what it was? Like, they took, it was like old people and they wanted to still live, and so they took, I mean, they happened to be African American, but they took bodies of other people and transplanted it. Anyways, so I will fear no evil. Got that. Okay, the next one is an Agatha Christie book, The Mirror Cracked. Now, I know that other copies that I've seen, I don't know, they've changed the title, The Mirror Cracked from Side to Side. But this is just published as The Mirror Cracked. And it's a Jane Marple murder mystery. So, I really like that cover. Yeah, so found that. This is in really beautiful condition. It's not cracked or anything, so I don't think it's even been read. Got that. The next one is The Brown Stone by Ken Yellow. I love these. The little window, and then you're like, what's inside? And it's two creepy old ladies, and one has a knife. There's no place to run. There's no place to hide from the terror that lives in. Hello? Doesn't anyone know that you're supposed to stay away from creepy old ladies with a knife? Yeah. So, I got that. It says, the old sisters were so kind, so generous, so anxious to have them live in what seemed like the perfect house. Got that. Really in great condition, too. Nice condition. The next book is by Andrew Niederman, a best-selling author of Pin and Bloodchild. Sister, Sister, Two Minds, One Body, a novel of terror. It's so funny, these paperbacks from the 80s, it's always like these evil kids, isn't it? Really nice condition. I love these raised, like, you can feel like the lines of the letters or the artwork. Just love that. Okay, the next book. Sorry, I didn't say how much these were. I think these were 50 cents. I literally didn't pay more than 50 cents or a quarter for most of these. So, this was 50 cents. James Herbert's Haunted. Truly Frightening, a real page turner. It says, the surviving heirs of the Mariel family knew their country home was haunted by an unspoken horror from the past. So I found that. The next one is required reading, right? This is just like a classic, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. And this was a really, really nice copy. So I decided to get that. This is, there was somebody that I guess dropped off a ton of books about paranormal and things like that, the occult. And I love things about ghosts and stuff like that. So the first book is True Incidents Indicative of Life Beyond Death. Brad Steiger, Voices from Beyond. I really like the cover. It's in great condition, and I hope it's an interesting read. The next one, the same person, I guess, donated these books. True Experiences with Ghosts, edited by Martin Ebon. Documented reports of apparitions, hauntings, encounters with the spirits of a well-known American painter, president of Finland, a legendary villainess, a new discovery about Daniel Defoe's famous ghost, astonishing accounts by people who have actually witnessed their return of the dead. Got that. And this is in great condition too. I swear these have not been read. Those were, oh gosh, I believe those were $1 or 50 cents. The next one is The Sentinel by Jeffrey Convitz. This was 50 cents. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the page under here. There's, you know, that picture that reveals, and it's missing. So I don't know. There was something, but I don't know what it is. A novel that takes you to the very boundaries of belief and one shattering step beyond. The Sentinel. Look at that creepy old man. He reminds me of remember the old man from the Muppet Show that would sit on the balcony and talk shit about everyone? That's what that reminds me of. Okay. The next one, I was really excited about this. They posted this on the Instagram for the bookstore. And Ira Levin's Rosemary's Baby. I have not read this. There's Mia Farrow. I think this is the time when she was married to Frank Sinatra. A darkly brilliant tale of modern deviltry that induces the reader to believe the unbelievable. I believed it and was altogether enthralled. By Truman Capote. Yeah, so I'm excited about this. I was so excited about this. They posted this and I was like, hello, take that down. Save it for me. All right, we're almost done. The next is Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't have a copy of this, and I just thought that was a really cool cover too. I almost didn't get it because there's all this writing inside. I don't know why you would write in a book. Like, why would you write in a book? But anyways, Chris was like, well, do you want it or not? And I was like, and I almost did it, and I was like, no, I gotta get it, because then I know I would have went away and been like, oh no, like, why didn't I get it? I should have gotten it. You know, I would have had that remorse. So I'd rather buy it than not. But I'm excited about this one. I thought it was a really cool cover. Dracula. Nosferatu. Okay. The next book is by Peter Benchley. He's author of Jaws, which I don't have that yet. But this is The Island. And you see that sinister hand coming out of the water with the knife. You are in for a unique, riveting reading experience, it says. Okay. And this was $1. $1. Excited about that. All right. We're down to the last book. This was from the bookstore. It was $1, and Haunted Houses by Richard Weiner and Nancy Osborne. So it's more stories, ghost stories. I love this cover. It's this blue haunted house, a Victorian house. Every time I live in Whittier, California, and in Uptown Whittier, there are a ton of old houses, and there's this one particular Victorian house that it's so gorgeous, but it looks creepy as hell. It's beautiful. It's not like run down or anything, but you can just imagine, like, I don't know, my mind just, like, you know, thinks of, like, ghosts haunting those places because they're so old. Anyways, this says, perhaps just next door lurk terrors of the paranatural. Vengeful spirits stalk California's 160-room Winchester house, searching for the guilty heiress who once hid within. Alice Island, the Island of Tears, is haunted by tortured cries of immigrants turned away at the gates. The stately Miami Biltmore echoes with a murder scene of 1920s gangland violence. In a quiet inn, there's a murdered barmaid who still takes her pleasure with the boys. Oh. And on deserted Alcatraz, you can feel the malevolent presence of dead killers. Ugh. A horny ghost and creepy stories. Okay. Yeah. So I was excited to find this. Anything having to do with ghosts, like, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. But that was my book haul. Sorry if it was too long. I appreciate you guys watching it, though. Yeah, I went a little crazy. But when I find those things for those prices, I gotta get it. Because, you know, that's very rare. And how often are you going to get something for that price? But anyways, I really appreciate you watching. I hope you're having a great day. And if you can like and subscribe if you would like to, that would be great. I really appreciate it. And you guys have an amazing rest of the week. Bye.